Ukrainian drones dropping deadly bombs on foxholes trenches Russian soldiers in Bakhmut. A small snippet of a warm welcome to Russian troops that the drone operators of the Ukrainian K-2 battalion haven't let Russia rest for a second. In this footage, the K-2 battalion can be seen using all possible methods and ammunition to drop from drones onto Russian troop positions. Other footage shows troops of the Special Operations of Ukraine, with the help of a FPV drone, destroying several Russian troop hiding positions, and Ukrainian drones also dropping deadly grenades into hiding trenches in the forests of the Bakhmut region. In addition, footage shows fighters from the 14th Separate Rifle Battalion, thanks to drones, detecting enemy tanks on the outskirts of Bakhmut and adjusting artillery fire. The tank of the armed forces of the Russian Federation was first seen smoking, and then the ammunition exploded inside. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported, from February 24, 2022, to today, the Armed Forces of Ukraine have eliminated around 237,180 Russian military personnel, including 590 soldiers over the past day. Ukrainian forces also destroyed 4,102 Russian tanks, 8,019 armored fighting vehicles, and other Russian combat equipment. Since the start of a counter-offensive in June, Ukrainian forces have been advancing slowly to the north and south of Bakhmut in an attempt to surround Russian forces there in a pincer movement and eventually retake the city. Ukraine's defense ministry frequently refers to the fighting there as fierce. Since the Ukrainian counteroffensive began in June, the fighting has proved tougher than some anticipated, with progress measured in hundreds of meters as opposed to tens of kilometers. Ukraine had hoped to use the push to expel a significant number of Russian forces from Ukrainian soil and turn the tide of the war. Officials in Kyiv appear to be encouraged by the results around Bakhmut, the eastern Ukrainian city that has seen some of the most intense fighting of the war. Ukrainian army spokesman Serhiy Cherevati said on Ukrainian television that Russian forces are putting up fierce resistance, but Ukraine has the initiative. Our defense forces are pushing the enemy on the southern and northern flanks, storming their positions, he said. Meanwhile, President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine said that Russian forces were throwing everything they can at Kyiv's troops fighting to retake land in the south and east, again emphasizing the grueling nature of a counteroffensive that is moving more slowly than some allies had hoped and later stressing the importance of their continued support. Reports suggest that heavy fighting has also continued along the southern front, where Ukraine is aiming to destroy all positions of Russian troops on Ukrainian soil. Relentless and brutal artillery battles between Russian and Ukrainian forces are a key feature of ongoing fighting, leaving both sides dependent on counter-battery detection to find and attack enemy fire. But Moscow's troops lack enough critical radars to defeat Kyiv's artillery, with only a few hard-to-replace systems likely remaining, according to a new Western intelligence assessment. Ukrainian forces executing counter-offensive operations in the occupied eastern and southern regions are facing stiff and vicious Russian defensive lines, including elaborate fortifications like hardened trenches, sprawling minefields, and concrete anti-armor structures. For ground troops to surmount these obstacles means navigating through a slow and deadly process, and Ukrainian forces lack air superiority. So Kyiv is leaning heavily on weapons like howitzers or the high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS, to hit Russia's heavy guns, command and control locations, logistics and communications sites, and troop positions. Russian ground forces' survivability relies on effectively detecting Ukrainian artillery and striking against it, often with its own artillery, Britain's defense ministry said in a Monday intelligence update. A key component of this approach is counter-battery radar, which allows commanders to rapidly locate enemy gun lines. But the defense ministry noted that Russia is suffering from a worsening shortage of counter-battery radars, especially its modern Zoopark 1M. Only a handful of the originally deployed Zoopark fleet are likely to remain operational in Ukraine. According to an analysis by the open-source intelligence site Oryx, at least 38 Russian radars have been destroyed, damaged, or captured in Ukraine. This includes as few as 8 Zoopark-1 megasecond, high-value systems that allow Russia to track and detect Ukrainian munitions, though they are vulnerable to detection because of their active electromagnetic signature. A counter-battery radar is designed to detect incoming fire and almost immediately estimate the position from which it was fired, allowing artillery to rapidly return fire before the enemy crews move their guns. Kyiv reported a complicated situation in fighting in eastern Ukraine and success in parts of the south on Tuesday as it pressed on with its counteroffensive against occupying Russian forces. The situation is complicated but under control in the east, said General Oleksandr Syrsky, commander of Ukrainian ground forces. He said Russia had concentrated forces in the direction of Kupiansk in the northeastern region of Kharkiv, but that Ukrainian troops were holding them back. Syrsky added that Russian troops were pulling up reserves in the Bakhmut sector in eastern Ukraine to try to stop Ukrainian forces from advancing. In the south, after driving Russian troops out of clusters of villages, Ukrainian forces have had success in the direction of Mala Tokmachka Novopokrovka and Velika Novosilka Urozhain, Kovalyov said, without giving details. The enemy is putting up strong resistance, and heavy fighting is going on, he said in remarks reported by Ukraine's military media center.
Выше, правее.